times 20x would be 180x, plus 9 times 5 is 45. So here we go. This is right here. This is right there. I'm going to scratch this off real quick because it didn't apply. So one thing I didn't tell you, we haven't done yet, is we haven't done constants multiplying things with variables, and this is what I mean. So this is kind of a sidebar here. Sidebar. Let's say we have 3 times 2 times a. So when we were combining terms on that icebreaker right now, we said we could only add together numbers with like terms. Well, these are not like terms, right? Because this is a constant. There is no a. And this one has an a attached to it. But with multiplication, it doesn't matter. I can multiply those two things. What I would say is 3 times 2 is what? 6. So this would be 6a. So when you do addition and subtraction, I can't combine those things. But if I'm doing multiplication and division, I can combine them. So I just want to make that clear before we do these examples down at the bottom. So let's look at the examples down here at the bottom. Distribution. So we have 6 times x minus 7. So remember that 6 gets multiplied to both terms. So I would have 6 times x would be 6x. When I multiply, when I have a number and a letter together, I just put them both together. So 6 times x is 6x. And then 6 times 7 would be what, guys? Yep, so I'd have minus 42, because that's technically a negative 7, so negative 42, or minus 42. Okay, questions about that example? Okay, let's do the next one. So we have negative 9 times 3b plus 8. So again, that negative 9 is distributed, which means it multiplies both of the terms on the inside. So negative 9 times 3 would be what? So, and I don't drop the b, so negative 27b. Plus, what's negative 9 times 8? Yeah, negative 72. And actually, I put a plus sign there, so I kind of screwed up. Negative 27b. And so instead of a plus, that becomes just minus 72. Because a negative number times a positive number gives you a negative number. That's one of our multiplication rules. Negative number times a positive number is a negative number. So yeah, when you do these examples, you got to remember if you have negative times negative or negative times positive, what do? You've got to remember those rules too. And actually, let's just do a review real quick. I'm gonna add to the sidebar. Quick review. Let's do negative 2. No. Let's do positive 2 times 2, negative 2 times 2, 2 times a negative 2, and negative 2 times negative 2. Okay, so quick review, negative and positive. I have positive 2 times positive 2 is what? Positive 4, yep. Negative 2 times positive 2 is what? Negative 4. 2 times negative 2 is what? Negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 is what? Yep, positive 4. So positive times positive is positive, negative times negative is positive. Only when you have opposite signs is it negative. Yeah, so don't forget your multiplication rules. Okay, let's see what's on the next page here. Okay, so yeah, this is where I want you guys to try these out. So see if you can do these first 4. I'll give you guys some time to do those first 4 problems, and we'll go over them together, and then we'll do some of the harder ones at the bottom. I'm going to walk around, looks like most of you guys got it. So this first one, 5 times 2x would be 10x. And 5 times negative 3 is negative 15, so minus 15. And below that, we have 10 times 2x, 20x. Then 10 times negative 5, negative 50. Yeah, I think I walked around, somebody said negative 15. So if you had negative 15, it's negative 50, 10 times 5. So on the other side here, so the reason I put parentheses around those is because they help us to remember that it's not just 7, it's negative 7 times r, which would be negative 7r plus, or sorry, not plus, minus 14, because negative 7 times 2 is negative 14. Then negative 6 times negative 2 is what? Something not Corinda? Okay. 12m. So and then negative 6 times 2, negative 12. Yeah. So I'm going to do the first couple examples down here, and then let's do the last two on your own. So this looks a little weird. But like this first example, it says 6x minus 2 times x plus 4. The only thing multiplying the x plus 4 is this 2, or I guess you would say that, let me think about this for a second, hang on. Yeah, so it would be that negative 2 right there is multiplying this and that. Same with this next example, negative 9 plus 2 times 1 minus 3y would be this. It would just be that 2 multiplying the 1 and the 3y. Now, I underlined the negative sign over here. That wasn't by mistake. So again, don't think of these as minus signs anymore. When you're multiplying, think of those as negative. Because if you just apply the positive, well, then one of your signs is going to be off. So you have to carry that negative like it's part of that 2. So like this one would be 6x. I'm just going to bring down the 6x because it's not multiplying anything. So negative 2 times x is a negative 2x, excuse me, negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 4 is a negative 8. Yeah, so now they want us to combine like terms. So just like we did on Tuesday, we're going to combine like terms to finish the problem. So negative 6x minus 2x, those are like terms. And that would be, you're right, 4x. The 4x, and then we just bring down the negative 8 because there's nothing else to combine. Okay, did that one make sense? We'll do this one together, and then let's try the next two on our own. Actually, that third one isn't too bad. Okay, negative 9 plus 2 times 1 minus 3y. So I'm going to bring down that negative 9. Then 2 times 1 is what? 2. Yep, so plus 2. And then 2 times negative 3y, negative 6y. Yes. And then we just got to combine like terms. So what are my like terms in that problem? Yep, so those are my constants. There's no variables attached to it. What is negative 9 plus 2? 11. Because they're opposite signs, right? To subtract. So did you say negative 7, Donnies? Yeah, it'd be negative 7 minus 6y. It's okay. Do you understand why it's negative 7 though? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to try those last two. So let's look at 9 times negative 6a plus 3. So we're going to distribute that 9. Yeah, so 9 times negative 6 is negative 54. And then we got to bring down the a. Plus 27, right. 9 times 3 is 27. Yep, so that's the final answer on that one. Nothing to combine there. So negative 3z plus 3, so that 3 is distributed to the 1 and the 4z. So I'm just going to bring down negative 3z plus 3 times 1 is 3. And then 3 times 4z would be what? 12z, yep. And so what are my two like terms on this one? Yeah, 3z and 12z, right. And so what 12z plus a negative 3z is what? Not negative 9, or positive 9. Yeah, so be 3 plus 9z, or we could have said 9z plus 3. How confident are you guys feeling? Are you guys feeling confident? So? Okay.